I danced with a lesbian last night. She gave me a hummingbird's heartbeat. When her lips separate, the other girl leaves, our eyes meet, and with cumulus nimbus blonde hair flowing behind, she walked over. Glided, I mean. Her hips did a figure eight, turned 180 degrees, then freeze with her back to me. Her eyes were blue and cold as dry ice. When she looked at me, my teeth chattered, bit my tongue, giving me frostbite and my brain freeze. Then she whispered, like the winter wind, "Hi, my name is Summer." So of course I didn't believe, but when our skin touched, this ignition gave a whole new definition to the word fiction. She warmed me in places I didn't know could get cold. Made me feel like my previous state was absolute zero, and just as I thought, how long can this last? She asked, "Would you like me to teach you how to dance with a woman?" So we danced until our souls were numb and danced until our souls were one. She taught me to never give a space till I was like it that way, and keep your hands on her waist, cause any higher is just stupid and any lower is impatient. Unless she insists. And for the sake of the lesson, she did. But in the midst of chapter 3, a finger lifted her chin and a voice chimed in, "Can I borrow her for a minute?" It stunned me. It was like God asking if he'd see his son for a bit. To which I replied, sure. She was never mine to begin with. She laughs. We both know this will never happen again. But on the way out, I read her lips. They say, "Remember where to keep your hands." I became vexed with the lesbian last night. She came with dreadlocks and made the room take a deeper breath than Nemo's ocean depths. Not the one you have to find, but it's still kind of hard to see 20,000 leagues deep. And I watch her full lips present a schizophrenic smile that comes and goes as it pleases, and the omnipresent guilt that's like hardiness makes it ominous. She walked over, took a seat, laughed, and asked, "Would you like me to teach you a language you should never speak?" She taught me how to say what I mean, how to burrow into her thoughts and plant seeds, what phrases to say to get the reactions I seek. She taught me how to cast spells on the spellcaster without the literature, the page master, or Harry's wand. She taught me how to get the girl without using a force like Han, so I practiced the tactics and traps on her till it seemed like too much to bear. But just before I taste victory, this is what she said. In the end, the real question is, who will be stuck in whose head? She laughed and said, "I win this game," and walked away as if she stole her slide from a fox, leaving behind only the sound of her laughter. In my mind, I fell in love with a lesbian last night. She came with an afro as if the full moon released her hair's freedom screams, and her skin free of anything covering her ink, symbols and scriptures tattered in her pores as if the Masons needed a place to hide their secrets from the demon's hole. She volunteered, lost her freedom, but tonight she can strut, turning heads as she's prancing. You open a closet door and see her skeletons dancing. It's a beautiful sight. This caramel-colored Dakota Cinderella swore she'd teach me how to love before midnight. So she asked, "Would you like me to teach you how to treat a woman?" To which I reply, "Only if I can practice on you." She begins to bombard my brain with knowledgeable sentences, the first being that at times, chivalry can be more effective than flirting, but the girl must be able to tell the difference. She speaks like a prophet, quoting her scripture, pointing at her skin, explaining her intentions. All the while, her eyes remind me why falling for her is a bad religion, and quite frankly, the ocean of knowledge and antics she poured into my world can never be lost like Atlantis. Then she said, "If you remember nothing else, remember this. Don't invest all of yourself in her unless it's clear she's doing the same. Serpent wasn't the only snake in the garden, and woman was her name. Not saying men are perfect, but lust and yearning were originally her game, and women can become vindictive, so satisfy her plight." And at the stroke of 12, this caramel